Welcome students to the second lecture session of Financial Services and Markets. In the first lecture session we discussed the Indian financial system, and in this lecture session we will discuss the financial environment and the basic introduction to financial markets. The financial environment is a place that brings together the people with shortage of funds and the people who have surplus funds. And the financial markets play a very important role in promoting the financial environment. So we can say that financial environment introduces the borrowers and the suppliers to the financial markets, so that the investment objectives of both the people, that is the people with surplus funds and the people with shortage of funds, can be satisfied. So these four are the major components or the major players in the financial environment. These are financial manager, the investors, the financial markets, and the financial instruments. We will discuss these one by one. First is financial manager. So financial manager is a person who is responsible for taking various decisions on acquiring the funds and then proper investing those funds. And financial manager is accountable for his decisions which related to acquiring or investing of funds. And these financial decisions which are taken by the financial manager should always ensure maximum return to all the shareholders of the business organization. And the second one is investors. So investor can be individual, the institution, or any government body who have a surplus funds. The investors purchase the securities and or they provide the loan to the borrowers or the firms. Then third one is financial markets. So financial markets represent a place where the flow of funds take place from the investors to the borrowers, and this flow of funds can take place through either through a money market or through a capital market. The short term funds can be invested through money market, and the long term funds can be invested through the capital market. So we can say that financial market facilitates the easy transfer of surplus funds from the lenders to the borrowers. And the next is fourth one is financial instruments. So these are the tradable securities of financial markets. The financial instruments can be cash or ownership rights. So we will discuss the financial markets and the financial instruments in my next videos in complete detail. After discussing financial environment, now we are going to discuss one of the major component of this financial environment, that is financial market. So as we know that basic definition of market is that it is a place where the exchange of goods and services takes place. So market basically define the total demand and supply of any particular commodity or a service. So we can define that financial market is a place or a group of institutions that facilitates the exchange of financial instruments and securities. The shares, the stocks, the bonds, the debenture, the checks are exchanged in the financial markets. And the price of these securities and instruments depend upon the demand and supply of these instruments or securities in the existing financial environment or the financial markets. So this is the basic definition of financial market. This diagram explains the working of financial markets. The lenders, the borrowers, and the intermediaries are the three main components of financial market working system. And the lenders are the people or the business or the government bodies who have surplus funds, and they convert their money in various they invest their money in various financial securities available in the market. Whereas the borrowers are the people who need money. They borrow the money from the lenders through the intermediaries, and the intermediaries are various agencies like banks and other financial institutions who we can say are the link between the borrower and the lenders. So we can say that the working of a financial markets is a cyclic process where all the major constituents are linked to each other as shown in the figure. Now let's discuss the functions of financial markets. Number one, mobilization of savings. So financial markets enable the movement of funds from the lenders to the borrowers. It also helps in improving the investments, and the financial markets also help the lenders to increase their return on investments. Then second is the financial markets help in determination of price of securities. As we know that financial markets helps various investors to interact with each other, and this interaction enables the investors in fixing the price of various securities that are to be traded in the financial markets. The price of these securities may depend upon the market demand and supply of the securities. Then the third is financial markets provide liquidity to the tradable assets. So the financial market facilitates the easy conversion of the securities into cash. This also generates confidence in the mind of investors. Then the last one is it saves time, money and efforts. The financial markets functioning, which creates coordination between various components, help in saving time, money and the effort of both the parties, that is the borrowers and the lenders. And the financial markets may or may not be a physical location. The exchange of funds and securities can also take place either over internet or even over a phone. So these are some of the important functions, or we can say these are the basic objectives for which financial markets exist. This financial market can be further classified into four types. The first one is by nature of claim. It can be a debt market. This is the market where fixed claims or debt instruments such as debentures or bonds are bought and sold between the investors. Then is equity market. So it is a market where the investors deal in equity instruments. It is the market for residual claims. Then second is by maturity of the claim. First one is money market, the market where monetary assets such as commercial papers or certificate or deposits, treasury bills, which mature within a year are traded. And we can say it's a short term market, or the place where short term funds are traded. Then the second is capital market. So in this market, medium and long term financial assets are traded. It is further of two types. First one is a primary market. So in this type of financial market, the company which is listed on exchange for the first time issues new securities, or we can say the already listed company brings some fresh issue. And then second is the secondary market. It is also known as the stock market, where already issued securities are traded between the merchant bankers or the investors or the stockbrokers. Then the third is based on the timing of delivery. First one is cash market. Here the transactions between buyers and the sellers are settled in a real time. And the second is future market. As the name suggests that the delivery or the settlement of commodities takes place at a specified future date. And the last is based on the organization structure. Then is here it is further divided into exchange traded market, that we can say it is a market with a centralized organization with a standard set of rules and regulations, or we can say with a standard set of procedures. Then is over the counter market, also known as OTC, which is a decentralized organization having a customized or respective rules and regulations. So we can say that in the past few years, the financial markets have drastically changed due to number of factors like low cost transactions, high liquidity, investor protection, reforms, then transparency in working, and there are the certain legal procedures for the settlement of disputes of investors and the borrowers. For the growth of financial markets or financial environment globally, the financial integration is very important. So, by the term financial integration, we mean that it is a process or a phenomena through which the financial markets of various countries come together, they link with each other so that the investors may extend their reach to other economies. The financial integration also help the borrowers and the investors from different economies or different countries to come on a common platform so that they can discuss various issues related to financial environment or financial markets. So the financial integration also assist in sharing of information. The information can be related to the various financial aspects, or it can be related to the best practices of various financial markets of a particular country. Then second is transfer of technology. The transfer of technology can take place from the developed financial markets to the underdeveloped or still developing financial markets with the help of financial integration. And next is the borrowers has access to raise funds directly from the international capital markets, as there are no barriers due to financial integration. And the last and the most important one, the financial integration also enables cross border capital inflows, which enables the financial markets to grow. It also helps in improving the economy, or we can say it assists in economic growth of a country. This was all for today's lecture session, and these are some of the important questions for you. And if anyone is having any queries, or if anyone needs some kind of notes related to these lecture sessions, then he or she can email me on my email address that is given at the starting of this video. Thank you.